My name is Chooks Ahyako, and this is the Chooks TV with a focus on business. So, yesterday I began a series on your business and COVID 19, in which I began to explore how that the same word, crisis, also means opportunity. So it's really about you. You are the deciding factor as the leader, whether COVID 19 will only just be a crisis for your business, for your organization, or it will also be an opportunity. So, yesterday I covered three areas that a crisis actually throws up as opportunities. Three areas. One is that some things have not been working in the organization, and so the crisis presents a perfect opportunity for you to, as it were, have the courage from an external stimuli to kill those things that have not been working well. And the second one is that, so the first one is about innovation. So this is one of the things that it helps you to do to kill so that you could have space to begin to innovate. The second one is around urgency because your bottom line, your revenue is affected. So the soul of your business, this very survival of your business requires innovating. And so that urgency couples and also helps with innovation. And then the third one, these are all quite related, is about prioritization. So you are asking yourself and all your team is a good area to focus around what really matters. What are the fundamentals of your business? What are the things that if you get rid of everything else, they should remain? So, what are the core areas that you must focus on? So, today I continue along that line and I'm calling today's topic more on the opportunities, more on the organizational opportunities of COVID 19 for your business. And three areas I will be looking at is one, around leadership, second one is around team working, and the third one is around resilience. Okay, the first one is about leadership. Somehow, crisis throws up new leaders. When you're looking at leadership, so there are three areas I want to look at leadership. One is you want to look at who are the people who are now taking on more, carrying on more load. Who are the people who are showing some initiative? So that is the first aspect for leadership, initiative. The second one is what kind of influence are they having within the organization, within the team? The influence, not just that they're doing their work, but influence with other people. So somehow crisis brings some latent talents, some latent potentials, capacity. It stirs up, as it were, the water that you begin to see capabilities that were there, that were latent, but it required a certain situation to draw it out. So that's one other organizational opportunity that this COVID 19 crisis throws up. So it's for you to begin to look at and the people who you could see what kind of influence they then having with the rest of the team and the organization. So the first one is about initiative with projects, and the second one is influence with people. And the third aspect is impact. What sort of results, the results they're producing. So those are three dimensions that you could look at around leadership. And so you could actually see some people that were not doing so good before, but this opportunity of a crisis just wakes them up and you begin to identify new high flyers, if I use that terminology. So that's the first organizational opportunity that this crisis throws up. And the second one is around team working. So it's much like a war situation, an adversary, an enemy comes to attack a family, comes to attack the very source of the existence of the business. And so some dimensions and elements of politicking that exists, office politics that exists in most organizations. So it just depends on the level, so that somehow gets in the way. Some dimensions or sort of silos, people working in silos within because of the emergency, that an urgency, the situation, the crisis has thrown up. So you could then see people becoming better at cooperating and collaborating with one another. It could be at team level, at individual level. So that is also one organizational opportunity that the crisis throws up. And the third area, so the first we talked about leadership, and the second one about teamwork. And so you now see more cooperation and harmony and syncing, and people working together because there's a sharper focus, there's a better alignment on what really matters, because the business really got to survive, before you could really thinking of taking off. So that survival instinct just steers people to cooperating and breaking down walls and barriers and uh, things that weren't so effective. I mean, so the effectiveness, so people get to doing what really matters. So two things: the effectiveness and the efficiency. They both go up within a crisis period like this, all because there's a capable leadership driving them. And then the third area is resilience. Resilience, being able to go through shock, bouncing back, ability to survive through tough situations. So COVID-19 is not going to be the last crisis the world will see or your business might see. But when you go through this situation very well, you would have built in some muscles, you would have built in some toughness, you would have built in some strength organizationally that will prepare you for the next crisis whenever that will come. That is the nature of life. Change is constant. Change is a variable that you can always be sure of. We don't know when it will happen, but that it will happen. It reminds me of a statement, very remarkable, that I came across today. That somebody said, sometimes the world needs a crisis. Reflect on that. I want to leave that thought with you. That sometimes the world needs a crisis. And so, till I come your way, second thought I leave with you. Begin to watch out who is taking more initiative, who is having better influence on the rest of your team or an organization, and the sort of impact they are having on your bottom line. Somebody who is showing more initiative with projects, talking to new customers, seeing new opportunities and bringing them, and not just bringing those ideas, but really, really just following through. Follow through is so important. All of success is about follow through. Ideas are cheap, it's the executing that is where the rubber meets the road. And execution is all about follow through. So somebody who's showing the initiative and running, and it's almost like picking the ball right from 18 and going all the way to going to score. And then the influence they're having with the rest of your people and the impact, the bottom line, the results they're bringing. So good night and bye bye.